Hi, I'm Mandy Fitzsimmons. I'm your Washington Realtors Legal Hotline lawyer. By now, you already know that there were some very substantive changes made to the Washington Residential Landlord-Tenant Act this year, primarily the changes imposing rent caps. And regardless of how anybody listening to this video might feel about that, they are now Washington law. We did think, however, that it would be helpful to have a little bit of understanding about the lawmaking process and how we got to where we are today with the Residential Landlord-Tenant Act. And there's no better person to describe those efforts to you than our own Mary Hull-Drury, Washington Realtors Director of Government Affairs. Mary, take it away.
Perfect. Well, thank you. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today. What's interesting, at least for a little historical context, is that rent control / rent stabilization is a policy and an idea that has been pursued in the legislature for at least the last 6 or 7 years. Beginning and prior to the 2025 legislative session, leadership in both the House and Senate have said that this particular bill, or at least this policy, was one that both of their chambers had as a top priority for them to pass. Despite the long odds, your lobbying team worked to try and improve upon the bill, and there were some improvements made. There was a lot of really high emotions on this particular bill. Not only did you have the people who wanted to pass the legislation, like your citizen folks, you had folks that were in opposition to the bill, but even in the legislative process itself, the House passed a version, then the Senate took that version, they made some changes to it, then they sent it back to the House. The House didn't like that version, so it went to a conference committee. And the entirety of that time, throughout the 105-day process, your lobbying team was engaged on all of those, ultimately resulting in what we covered in the first 3 videos in this series. But I guess the thing that I want to make sure that everybody knows is that we were involved in the process the entire time, and that we know that there's going to be a lot of confusion. And so we're really trying to focus on making sure that our realtor members have the information they need in order to move forward, either advising your clients or figuring out how to manage your own rental properties.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you for that summary. And thank you really to you and your department for all of your efforts during the legislative session.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for being a Washington Realtors member.